What's good, boys? In this video, I'm going to be explaining the truth of owning a seven-figure business at a very young age. If you guys don't know, I'm currently in college. I own a seven-figure clothing brand, and in all of my businesses, because I have three, I have generated over seven figures. So does this mean that I have seven figures in my bank account? No, I don't. But I have generated over seven figures in 2 years, I believe. So it's been 2 years-ish since I started my businesses. Obviously, I had businesses before that, but for my clothing brand, I guess my YouTube, my courses, just things like that, I've generated over seven figures in sales. So I feel like I know what I'm talking about. But maybe if you're a billionaire, you can disprove me. I don't think I'm the richest. Obviously, I'm not like anything close to rich, to be honest with you, in my personal opinion. But comparing to the normal regular Joe Schmo that is broke, that works at McDonald's and flips burgers for a living, I'm sure I have made a little bit more money than him. So, not cocky guy. Actually, maybe I am. It doesn't matter. Who cares? You guys don't know me in real life, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just kidding. But in this video, I'm gonna be explaining the raw truth, like what it's actually like to own a seven-figure business at a young age, and I guess like the mindset that I had going into my businesses, how I got this far. Because I'm gonna be honest, I compare myself to like NBA YoungBoy, like Lil Yachty. They became a millionaire at like 16. You feel me? So I compare myself to them. But if I really look at it from a broader perspective, like comparing myself to the regular college kid, the regular guy that's 21. I have a very good life. I'm trying to say, like, I'm paying for everything. I'm making decent money. So I'm gonna be explaining some things that I have mindset wise I have gone through. And I feel like obviously, when it comes to business, clothing brand specifically, that's the reason why you're watching this video. Yes, logistics, like how to run ads, how do I take good pictures, how to make a design. It is important. But I feel like the main important part that a lot of people don't talk about is mindset. Obviously, I'm not David Goggins, and I don't want to be him because he's bald. But I do think I have learned something, right? Because I've gone this far for my age. So one thing you guys have to realize is, I don't care how old you are if you're watching this video. You guys have to realize that if you want to become successful or get rich, you need to like exchange time, energy, and effort for it. And I just happen to do it at a very young age. Okay, so most people, okay, they have fun in their teenage years, and then they have more fun early 20s, and then late 20s. That is when they start to get serious. Wait, why did I just say that? Serious. And start trying to make money, start hustling. But by then you're like 30, you feel me? So that's the reason why everybody says like guys peak at the age of 30, which like I guess that is true, but I don't want to be 30 and rich. I want to be 22 and rich. You know what I'm trying to say? There's a very big difference. So you guys have to realize, like, I just decided to work hard younger. Okay, so I started when I literally joined high school. So as soon as I got into high school, that is when I started my first business. So what is that, like 14, 15? But even before that, I was really obsessed with self-improvement. Like I would start working out. Like looks maxing is a thing, but I never did that. But like I took care of myself, skincare, hair, things like that, like working out, cardio. Like I've been doing that since a very young age because of the fact that I wanted to better myself. But obviously, bettering yourself won't make you money. So, with that being said, as soon as I joined high school, that is when I first started my first businesses. And if you guys know the story, I literally did every single business you can think of in high school for 4 years. None of it worked out. Okay, I don't know how. I really don't know how. Like, imagine working 4 years for something and getting zero results. So none of it worked out. Obviously, I learned a couple skills here and there. The only thing I really think I got from that was my discipline, because of the fact that I was working so hard and not getting any results, and I was okay with it. But I guess skill-wise, I learned a couple things here and there, I'm trying to say. But realistically speaking, for my business, my clothing brand, and, other things like that, I started it fall 2022. So I guess, like, technically it's 3 years, but it's like a year and a half because I started it, like, late fall or late 2022. So technically 2023, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to be explaining some mindsets, I guess, like, the type of mindset I have going into business, how I look at life, things like that, because I feel like this is very important, because if you guys are not like this, you will not succeed, okay? So if you're watching this video and you can relate to me, great, you're on the right path. You already have your mindset in check. However, if you're watching this video and you're like, what is this guy talking about, bro? Like, there's no way he actually thinks like this. You're cooked, bro. I'm sorry. Like, your mindset, I always say this, but the business never fails. The person does, especially if you're first starting out, because like there's a bunch of clothing brands that are succeeding right now. So why can't you be one of them? I don't understand. Or even not just clothing brand, but any business in general. So number one thing, which is, it's not really like a motto, but this is something that I lived by when I first started my business, was no matter what happens, if I fail, it's completely my fault. I don't care if I got unlucky. I don't care if, I don't know, my ad account got banned for no reason, which, fun fact, it actually happened. So I was not able to run ads for the first year. And also, fun fact, I still hit 6 figures without running any ads. So you guys complaining about not hitting $1,000 in sales, like, you're the issue, bro. You're just not working hard enough. But yeah, so anything, okay? It could be unlucky, whatever the case may be. Whatever bad happens is my fault, because unfortunately, at the end of the day, nobody's waking up and starting a business for me and running a business for me. Nobody is that unselfish. Okay, selfless. Okay, so everything that fails is my fault. However, everything that succeeds, everything that does well. So if I make a lot of money and I succeed, that is also my fault. Okay. So regardless of the situation, whatever happens, everything is your fault. And that is how I thought. Okay. So a very good example of this is when I first started my clothing brand, I dropped my first ever collection after 3-4 months of hard work. I thought I was going to sell out. I marketed, I ran so many boosted posts because I couldn't run ads. I spent so much money on TikTok ads. I was hyping it up, and I finally dropped, and I made like $300 in sales. So I got like 10 orders or something like that, and so it failed obviously. So at that point, most people, 99% of people, they usually quit, okay? Or they kind of half-ass it because like they don't get the results that they want, so they're just like, they're discouraged, so they don't want to do the work. But for me personally, in my head, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it is what it is. It's my fault if this collection flops and I get 0 sales. Completely my fault. However, if I somehow get a viral video or if I somehow sell out the collection, that is also my fault. So this is freshman year in college, and then I go to college, and for the first month in college, I was literally posting 7-8 times per day on my TikTok account for my clothing brand, okay? Because like I said earlier, I was not able to run ads, and I didn't even have the money for that, to be honest with you. But even if I had the money, I couldn't run ads because my account got banned, and I didn't know about influencer marketing, or it wasn't as popular as it is now, and the only thing left was posting on TikTok. So I posted like 7-8 times per day on my TikTok account, and finally, after 1 month, I got a video that hit like 50K views, and I sold out completely, okay? So I say I sold out, but I only had like 50 or 100 pieces, so that's not really selling out, to be honest. But I mean, I made my money back. That's the point I'm trying to make. That's the first thing that I did. So that's a very good example of taking accountability. Okay, so you guys need to take accountability. Like I said earlier, I'm not David Goggins, I'm not bald, but I guess mindset wise, this is something that I really like stand by till this day. You feel me? Like whatever happens to me, good or bad, completely my fault. I need to fix it because nobody else will. Number 2 is very important, but a lot of people don't want to do this because they have an ego. You guys say that I have an ego. Like everybody has an ego, bro. I'm just showing it on camera. You probably have a bigger ego than me. Okay, actually, you probably don't. I probably have a bigger ego. But the second thing, which is the most important, or also very important, is knowing your place. Okay, so for example, if I go in a room full of multimillionaires, I'm shutting up. Okay, I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna be very attentive. I'm gonna know my place. I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, I made 100K last month in college. Like I'm not saying that, bro. You feel me? Because they literally make 100K in a day, right? So you need to know your place. So a lot of you guys are first starting out, right? So you guys are, if there's a food chain or a food triangle, right? You're at the bottom. Okay, at the bottom completely. You're literally an ant. Okay, and there's lions and I don't know, like tigers up there, and you're an ant. Okay, I can't even see you because you're so small, right? So because you're first starting out, you're at the bottom of the food chain, and to get up the ranks of the food chain from an ant to maybe like a beetle, and then from a beetle to like a rat, from a rat to like a little dog, from a dog to like I don't know, a hippo. Okay, well, not a hippo. That's too fat, too big. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like if you want to go up the ranks, you guys have to do something different, okay? Or just let time pass and you will naturally go up the ranks. So what I mean by this is if you just naturally work hard every single day and work on your business and your clothing brand, you constantly drop a new product, you will naturally go up the food chain, okay? However, it will take a couple years for you to do that because of the fact that you're not doing anything different. So for example, this is also another reason why I hate minimalistic brands. Or I don't hate it, but like I don't like when brand owners do it for the first ever collection. But let's say the zip up was a gray zip up without any design. Okay, so it's just a gray zip up, and I put my logo here on like the left chest. Who's buying that? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what's different about that? I can buy that at H&M. I can buy that at Nike. Why am I buying it from you? You have 0 followers. You feel me? So a lot of people are like that. Okay, which is fine. Less competition for me, motherfucker. So which is fine. But when it comes to that, like having a minimalistic logo or making a design that's very overused, like you're not getting far, or you are, but it's going to take years. So I guess a very good example with this is when I first started my business, my clothing brand, I was selling $40 to $50 shirt quality, or $40 to $50 quality shirts for $20, $25. Okay. So what I mean by this is these are the same quality shirts that other brands with 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers would charge like 40 to 50 minimum because of the quality. Okay. So I was selling those shirts for $20. Okay. And I was losing money because the shirt costs $20. So I'm buying a shirt for $20 and I'm selling it for 20, right? You guys might think like, who does that? Are you stupid? Do you have a brain? Are you Asian? Are you really Asian? Are you that smart? Okay, I don't know why the Asian thing came up, but you guys might think I'm stupid for doing that. However, what I did was I realized my place, I realized where I was at in the food chain, and I realized I would way rather lose money. Okay, obviously I wasn't like losing hella money, I was like breaking even usually, but I told myself like, oh, I'd way rather break even and get customers to buy my products than charge $40-50 and get like 2-3 sales. Okay, so it's all about making sacrifice. Okay, so another good example is when I rebranded my clothing brand. I was charging a lot of money for my products. I was charging like 100 for a zip up, 100 for a hoodie, like I don't know, like 50 or something like that for a shirt. I was just charging a lot, and I still did get sales. I think I made like 20K in sales for the first month, and I was consistently hitting 20K in sales, but I was not able to go above that. And I was like, what's the reason? Like, why? You know, I'm trying to, well, why can't I hit more than 20K? And I was testing a bunch of different things like the website, Instagram, ads, pictures, but ultimately I realized it was the price because I was charging too much. And guess what? I changed the prices, I lowered the prices, and I made $100,000 last month. So it probably means that it works because I 5x'd my revenue. All right. So with that being said, when it comes to your pricing or your products, or maybe you can add a discount, or maybe you can add like a free product, or whatever the case may be, you need to realize that you're at the bottom of the food chain and you have to do something to be unique. Okay, something. Usually it's price, but it could be the product, it could be the picture, it could be like a free gift, it could be very fast shipping, whatever the case may be. You need to do something. Maybe it's good quality, who knows? That will make you different than these other brands, because why would they buy from your brand when they can buy from mine, Nike, Louis Vuitton, all these other big brands, right? It doesn't make sense. Finally, damn, I'm about to fall asleep, bro. Okay, so finally, this is the final point. This is a hard point to, I guess, for you guys to actually understand, but you can't expect the results. Okay, I know this is like, a lot of you guys hate this because a lot of you guys are like dopamine fiends. You guys scroll on TikTok all day. Don't get me wrong, I do that too. But the reason why this cannot work is because a lot of you guys will not get results for a very long time. Okay, like I said earlier, my story. I spent 4 years in high school working my ass off, and I made $0 pretty much. I lost money. Okay, obviously I got sales here and there from my other businesses, but overall I lost more money than I made more money. Okay, and on top of the 4 years, okay, I spent additional like 6, 7, 8 months on my clothing brand until I got results. Okay, so that means I spent 4 years and like 6 months of my life just to start hitting like $1,000 per month, $2,000, maybe 5K. Okay, so damn, I'm burping so much. Some of you guys are lucky, which maybe you are, maybe you're not, but it doesn't matter. But most of you guys will not be that lucky. Okay, so most of you guys will not make any money for the first 6 months, not even a single sale. Okay, like you're gonna be very stuck for a very long time, which I'm gonna be honest, obviously, like I don't think it's a good thing because you're not making money, you're not getting sales. So I'd way rather you be lucky, but you can't control that. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you can't control your height, you can't control that your race, your gender, same exact thing. You cannot control whether or not you're lucky. So if you're lucky, great, but most of you guys are not that lucky. So the way to combat that is to just work hard and not expect any results. And fun fact, the moment you stop expecting anything, that's when you usually get the results. That's speaking from personal experience, from what I've seen so far. Usually that's what happens. And when it comes to the business in general, I really want to emphasize this, but please treat it as a business. Stop treating it as a hobby. You're gonna get hobby results if you treat it as a hobby. Okay. And I'm not saying you guys need to be a robot or AI or some unrealistic person that works every single day for 10 hours. But for the first 3 months, you guys should be working hard a lot, because that is what I did. That is how businesses are started. The first 6 months is the hardest because you don't know anything. You have to learn all these skills and you're adjusting to everything. But after that, you can kind of be, you can do whatever you want really and still work every single day. For example, this past week, I have been hanging out with so many people. I literally had a girl over last night. Okay. And I just dropped her off this morning. I woke up at like 7. Oh my God. But, when it comes to that, like, yeah, I had fun, but at the same time, I'm also working right now, for example. Right. So, but, I don't need to be working every single second of the day. You know what I'm trying to say? So after you hit like a couple thousand in sales, after you get your business rolling, it's way easier because you already have everything done. You're rolling, you know what you're doing. But before that, like, you're just moving the boulder in itself, like, it's so hard to do. Okay. So you need to like put all your energy, all your effort, all your money into moving the boulder first. And then once you move the boulder, it's going down a hill. So like, it's not that hard to keep it rolling. So yeah, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired right now. I'm about to